Hi folks, we hope you'll enjoy the upcoming answers to this hot question. What's way more painful than most people think? This may sound weird, but being punched, especially in the nose. In movies, people will get punched really hard and just shake it off, but getting punched, even by someone weaker than you, can seriously hurt. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson. Everyone has a plan until they get bitten in the ear. Evander Holyfield. Breaking a rib. People see it all of the time on TV and think I can survive that. Plot twist, you can't move for a while and when you do it hurts more than you can imagine. I punctured my lungs when I broke like 6 ribs and it was no fun, like I've had a torn meniscus, if that's the right spelling, for the past 2 years, and that pain is a cakewalk compared broken ribs. Can I ask what happened? Migraines. I got them chronically for several years. Nearly dropped out of school because of them. One of the most invalidating things was when people would say, "Oh, but you're still, insert action here, so clearly you're not in that much pain." Like, no, I'm just trying really hard to put on a smile and continue living. That's honestly one of my least favorite parts of the migraine. Just because I'm here, doesn't mean I'm not dying inside. I learned a long time ago the world doesn't just stop because I'm in immense pain for days at a time. I still have to work, and that means I have to deal with people. I've got to keep the pain hidden for my own well-being. It doesn't mean it's not there. Who would have thought that peeling a minuscule piece of dead skin around a fingernail can cause a grown man to squeal? Use nail scissors and chop it off. You won't feel it, it's dead skin, and it'll stop you from tearing into the sensitive living flesh. I thought you were talking about nail cutters at first. I didn't know that the term and the object nail scissors exist. Infected tooth, holy moly. I'm experiencing this right now. Was halfway through a root canal treatment. No dentists are allowed to work due to COVID-19, and so I have an open tooth that keeps getting infected. 3rd time so far. It's not nice lying in bed not being able to sleep because you can feel your heart beating in your teeth. My father-in-law is a dentist and they were definitely allowed to see patients in an emergency. A lot of states use the SAM guidelines. If yours won't see you, maybe shop around? I hope you at least are getting antibiotics. Spine injuries and back pain from it are no joke. I have 8 herniated discs. When one of those strikes a nerve, literally, it will bring you to your knees. Back spasms that hurt so much you can't even breathe. I have had those too and can relate for sure. I think back pain is dismissed by most as lazy. They really have no idea what some of us go through. Ruptured ovarian cysts. I literally thought my friend was dying. When I was 27, my left ovary exploded in the middle of sex. One moment things are going fine and the next I'm screaming at my, then, boyfriend, "Get off. Get off. Get off me." Poor guy. I wound up lying naked on the bathroom floor in the fetal position doing labor breathing exercises to try to will my way through the pain for about 2 hours until the immediate pain subsided. That was on Saturday. Still didn't feel right the next day and went to the ER and was misdiagnosed with possible appendicitis and sent home. Went to my GP the next day and they referred me to a gynecologist. The gyno referred me to get an ultrasound, who then finally diagnosed me with a ruptured ovarian cyst the size of a grapefruit. So that was 3 gynecological exams I endured in 3 days. The one in the ER had med student come in for a gander while I was in the stirrups, before getting any answers. I was getting ready to sell tickets to my cooter. And to top it all off, this happened about a month after my 29-year-old brother had died of testicular cancer, so I was of course convinced I had some form of cancer as well and was currently dying. My mother, who accompanied me to every doctor visit, was of course terrified of losing her only remaining child as well. In the end I was told there was nothing to do about the ruptured cyst but let the massive pool of blood sitting in my abdomen reabsorb at its own pace, and that I might still feel the after effects for months, which of course sucked. But the relief of knowing it wasn't cancer almost made the pain worth it. It was about 6 months before the aching and cramping left and I could sit and stand fully upright. Any infection in your head, ear, tooth? Worse than childbirth, and I did that twice naturally. Eye infections are the worst effing thing I've experienced. Yeah, I'll just spend all day crying, no big deal. Right? It's hell if you don't have any eye drops. And even if you keep your eyes closed it still hurts like poop. The only thing that helps slightly is if you go take a shower. Getting tear gassed. Like it's not a joke. We had a drill in the army to test if our gas masks worked right and mine didn't. I have also been tear gassed. I was trying to get home and a riot broke out and I was walking into the wind. Poop is no joke. Same, I got tear gassed during riots last year. I was just trying to get home tbh and wasn't even on the front line. Kidney stones. I have a high threshold for pain, but my third stone was a doozy. First time I've puked / passed out from pain. Now I drink lemon water all day for fear of number 4. This one also have a high pain threshold. But this pain was bad enough I woke my husband at 3 a.m. to drive me to the ER in the middle of a bad blizzard. I'll never forget giving a urine sample that night. They told me to leave it in the bathroom but my urine was pure red. I was so shocked I walked across the treatment area with it in my outstretched hand and gave it directly to the attending. Menstrual cramps. When I was in high school they were especially bad. I distinctly remember rocking back and forth on the floor, alternating between being absolutely certain that I was going to die, then trying to convince myself I wouldn't because it's just cramps. Only time I've ever thrown up from pain. Left math class one time to lie down in a school stairwell for a half hour until my mom could pick me up another time. Ugh, I do not miss those days. Same. My teenage years were filled with horrific searing pain once a month and I too vomited from the pain on at least one occasion. Horrible, horrible stuff that ibuprofen could barely touch. It's gotten gradually better in my 20s and especially since having babies, which I know is sadly not the case for everyone but I'm thankful to have this relief. Nowadays I have moderate, at most, cramps for maybe 4 hours. When I was 19, I was in a car accident. A lifted F-250, big truck, hit RS-10, little truck, in my side at 65 miles per hour. The frame buckled, which broke the seatbelt, and I went through the window. I bounced off the hood of his truck and rolled down an embankment. I broke basically every bone on the right side of my body, needed physical therapy for years, got a medical discharge from the Naval Academy, had 3 surgeries on my shoulder and 2 for plastic surgery to remove glass from my face. After 6 months my deflated punctured lung was back up to 80% capacity. I get my jackets tailored to have the right arm shorter than the left because of a bone graft. I would do it all over again to never have another kidney stone. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.